White Sox pregame and postgame, our Bears postgame, fantasy football, all that good stuff. Welcome in, Jeff.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Silvy, man.
We're going to have, believe me, some technical difficulties. So you could share my microphone. I don't know, because I'm going to hit the wrong buttons. Give me the thumbs up if he's over the air, guys, because I can't hear him in our headset, and we can't, and Meller can't. Swing this back. I think I can't swing this. Now we are on the air here. Come on over here, Meller. This is going to be trial by fire, and this is why we chose a day like today where we have the shorter show. This is like the soft opening of a restaurant. Yes. There are going to be glasses that spill. There is going to be food that's maybe under or overcooked, but come on over here.
Friends and family, everybody is welcome. We know our listeners are friends and family as always, but no, it's really cool to be a part of this because it is a new era for ESPN Chicago. And yeah, I was going to State and Lake for 23 of the 25 years. We were just reminiscing before we started and kicked this off about how we grew up there. And it feels like, we have butterflies in the stomach. It's that first day of high school, maybe the first day on a college campus, at least for me. I think you share those same feelings, but it's really cool to be a part of this. And as you mentioned, thanks so much to Good Karma Brands for making this possible. Keith Williams, we owe him a great deal of credit for helping scout the location. Craig Karmazin, Kelly Gable, who they did a great job designing this, and we're so excited to open the studios here and just cannot wait to be here for probably 25 plus.
We could only hope. Right? 25 years. Yeah, tap that microphone. Let's see if that works. Hello. You want to do a test 1, 2, 1, 2? It doesn't work. We could try another microphone here, too. We've got the engineers walking around. Scott, our great engineer. This has been a long time coming. So we knew this was going to happen. If you want to talk to us, 312-332-3776. The number doesn't change. And if you want to talk to us, we're going to be guest free, obviously, for the only hour we have today. But you just heard a little baseball action, Cubs and Sox, with the Sox winning that game. Good start for the White Sox. It's great to hear baseball back. Len and JD sounded awesome. If you want to talk to us about leftovers with the Bears Stadium and anything like that, I got you there, Meller.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. Plug that in.
I'm wandering around the studio playing the tap game with the mics.
And then one other thing, too. Let me set the table for people who obviously want more than just us reminiscing about the studios. Team USA has completed their game. It is final. They're going to the gold medal game against Team Canada, 6-2 USA over Slovakia.
USA.
Did Canada? I think the final score there was 3-2. Correct. It was and for much of the game they were trailing.
Yeah, the Finns got up early 2-0, and the Canadians needed to come back and score the game winner in the third.
And I didn't know this. I heard Carmen and Yurko talking about this earlier. They were talking about how early the game was, and I thought it was going to be like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, like early that way. I was talking to Meller. First of all, a couple of faux pas I had. Like we're talking about machinery going down. I was watching Team Canada in the third period on Peacock today after Carmen and Yurko were talking about it. And I said, boy, Taves has some good jump. That's a hockey term, isn't it?
He's got a little jump in his step.
He's got a little jump. And I'm like, boy, like I know he's back, but I haven't seen him play like this. He's playing a lot of shifts here for Team Canada.
Sure.
In a really important part. This is great to see my captain doing what he did so well. And then I turned to Meller and I said, boy, Taves got a lot of run today. And you said?
I think it took about 2 seconds, and I go, it's Devin Taves from the Avalanche, right? It's funny because you and I have been working together for so long that I once you started laying it out, I immediately realized he probably thinks that's Jonathan Taves.
But I did the entire game.
You've come a long way as a hockey fan, because I remember back in the day when you and Carmen were hosting together at the old place, and we were calling him Toes. So
we never called him Toes. It's not true. He was one of the first guests, by the way, at the studios on State Street when we opened those in 2011.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not.
But he was not
it's
playing for
not
Team
that
Canada
Taves. And then I found out. I turned to Meller and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to take the kids out for a little pizza. We'll watch it in a bar. And then I looked and it's 7 a.m.
Yeah, you're going to be taking the boys out for pancakes and pucks. No pizza and pucks, because it's 7:10 in the morning for the gold medal game between U.S. and Canada. The one thing I will say, Sylvie, is I'm actually very glad that Canada came back, because that game's going to have a lot of meaning. Like, we saw it in the Four
huge.
Nations. There was a lot of buzz between the U.S. and Canada. So if Canada wasn't able to make it through, certainly it still would have been a huge achievement if the U.S. can go on and win a gold medal. But nevertheless, it would have felt like it just didn't have as much oomph to it if they weren't playing Canada. So hopefully they can finish off the job.
It's going to be must watch. I wish NBC could have put their foot down. I know there are logistics, and I guess they got closing ceremonies and stuff and I know there's a 7-hour time difference from here, but it would have been great, at least for a noon Sunday start. Could we step in and make it like a football game and start at noon on Sunday? How great. I just feel like this could be a huge ratings bonanza. And I'm sure they're going to do pretty well too, with no football and where we are in the sports slate. 7 a.m. We'll enjoy it. We'll have stories. You and I enjoyed waking up in Sochi. Waddle always looked down at, or at least made fun of us.
Yeah.
That we would wake up so early in the morning to watch hockey.
4 a.m. pucks.
Yeah, for the TJ Oshie show.
Sure.
With all those shootouts. But this is 7 a.m.
Yeah, it would be a little bit better if it was just a little bit later in the day. But nevertheless, I think a lot of people will make an exception. If, at the very least, I think a lot of folks will probably set their alarms so that they can wake up for the start of the third period. Now, maybe not everybody's going to be waking up at 7.
This is must wake up.
I agree with you.
If you have, even if you're just a general sports fan, and these are the times where, everyone should be welcomed. And if it gets a few more people to watch hockey and to know these new stars, maybe some Hawks fans who have been away. Remember, last year you couldn't watch the Hawks at all.
Yep.
If you had Xfinity and things like that. So I think this is sort of a good doorway to get back into it. And I would set your alarm and forget that third period stuff. Wake up at 7 a.m., brew the cup of coffee, and let's go. I don't want to go all cap on you.
Sure.
But have a cup of coffee and watch yourself a gold medal game.
I'm with you. No, I was just trying to give people, if they wanted to, just make sure you're up by the start of the third. But I completely agree. Set your alarm for 7 a.m. Be ready to go on Sunday morning, because it should be I think it's going to be an epic game, because the U.S. has a lot to prove. The Canadians are extremely talented. So if somehow, some way, the U.S. And listen, they have a lot of talent. The U.S. is probably the second most talented team after Canada. So it wouldn't be a huge upset by any means like 1980. But still, I think they have a huge chip on their shoulder. The Kachucks want to prove to the Canadians that U.S. hockey has finally come full circle here. And this is an opportunity to win a gold medal for the first time since 1980. Would be a huge achievement for U.S. hockey.
All right, let's do a check-in. Charlie Bevins is here. He took over your spot on the Waddle and Silvy show now that you're doing White Sox pre and post. How's it going behind the scenes there, Charlie? Give us a little behind the scenes insight here.
I just turned to Mario because we just started clapping. We were excited because we're getting on the road, and I just turned to Mario. I was like, I wonder if this is how the NASA astronauts felt when they got the rocket on the moon. It's really exciting now, and now we're a part of a brand new era of this station. It's very exciting.
I just want to, so you're comparing us,
correct,
to cracking a microphone,
yes,
and talking about sports, to the NASA astronauts who landed on the moon for the first time. That's your analogy?
Very much so. Yes.
Only Charlie.
I think the stakes are equally as high.
One small step for man, one giant step
for ESPN,
for
1000.
Chicago. We've got two mics working, so we're
There's
in good
your promo
spot.
right there.
Yeah, young Mario is in for Tyler Aki, who is off today. Mario, how are you doing? Are phones ringing at all? Because someone will have the honor before 6 o'clock to make claim that you were the very first caller in the new studios at the Chicago Board of Trade inside the Jeff Dickerson studios. Are the phones ringing at all?
Not yet. But boy, am I excited for that first caller. I am fired
Do
up.
we know if are they connected? Because we had a little tough time with the microphones as well. Are they plugged in?
Yes, they're plugged in. We're
Okay,
gonna
good.
call it right now.
So, and I think this is going to be a big honor, and maybe we will even create a little bit of a like a little certificate for you.
Ooh.
How about Waddle, me, Meller, Charlie, Tyler, Mario will all sign it, and but Mario, you got to screen them. Like, no, you don't just, if you're the first caller, you don't get first call on the air. I am challenging everyone, all our fine fans at ESPN 1000, to bring the heat in this last 40 minutes here.
I like that. Make them work for it. Give us a reason why you should be the first caller in our new digs here at the Chicago Board of Trade.
Like, think about that. You could hang that in the man cave. First caller, Chicago Board of Trade, ESPN 1000.
Pretty snazzy. I like that.
Yeah,
You
Scott, the
frame it.
engineer, is walking around here. He's got his laptop. Everything okay, Scott? Give everyone a shout out here.
I apologize for the.
No,
phone.
no
don't
apologies.
apologize.
Get out of here.
We'll get it remedied.
Yeah, Scott's great.
We've got two working mics.
Yeah,
You're transferring over an entire studio, an entire radio station was built and put into place. So, like you said, that's exactly why today was a perfect day to start from here. Soft launch, an hour show right after the White Sox took it to your Cubs. What a beautiful start to the spring training, huh? How about that,
What did
Captain
you
Cubby?
say to me as it went final?
What did I say? Take that? Or I didn't say take that. I said eat it. I don't even know.
Yeah,
what I
you said eat it, and of course, and I'm not eating any of your gummies too that Waddle showed me the other day.
Yeah.
That you brought in.
We have some fun when you're on vacation. What are you
Into
gonna
the
do?
studio. All right, so anything you want to talk about here in the last 40 minutes, the first hour of a new step for ESPN 1000. You guys are going to love the new cameras. Everything is a work in progress here in these first few days, but in the long run, and sooner rather than later, look, we got shovels in the ground quicker than our favorite football team, okay? This is going to be
Even though
awesome for the fans, awesome for all of the shows. All the cameras will be able to follow us. It will be like a television production. It will enhance your viewing pleasure. And there are so many different and great places here inside the Chicago Board of Trade building in our new office.
Being completely forthright, Hammond did put together a very enticing package to try and lure ESPN Chicago out of the city, but we said, no, we're too instrumental. We have to be in Chicago if we're going to do it.
It's been my go-to line when they're like, had numerous Bears reporters. Field Yates reached out to me a couple days ago. You're moving? Where are you going? And I always usually respond with either Hammond or Arlington Heights. And like with Wilbon today, Wilbon texted me and he goes, you're moving? Where are you guys going? And I wrote, Arlington Heights. He goes, yeah. And he, in his typical Wilbon fashion, because he hates this whole thing if it's not Chicago, he's like, you'll be there with a bunch of empty land because nothing's going in there. He goes, are you prepared to move to Hammond? And I went back and forth with him today. I said, don't give me this thing that you're not going to set foot. He's still pitching that he's not setting foot.
Silvy, yesterday it was a national story. I'm sure you probably caught a glimpse of it on SportsCenter. It was the extra PTI topic. Tony and Wilbon were debating whether or not the Bears would actually leave Illinois. And Wilbon, basically, as you hear, whenever he joins you guys each and every Tuesday, he said, I will not be, I believe he said, paraphrasing, my big fat butt will not be found.
That's exactly what he said. He texted me that.
And Tony chimed back, of course you're not going to be in the seats. You're going to be in a suite.
That's right. And I said, once Jim Reynolds, who's a big shot here in Chicago, or Kevin Warren invites you, you'll be there. You'll want to see it. Your son is going to want to see it. He's going to be, I'm going to be over 70. I'm not going out there. I'll watch it on my TV. And I'm ready to call him out because he will be there in the first season, whether it's in Hammond, whether it's in Arlington Heights, and wherever you may think it's going to be. All right, so 312-332-3776. You want to talk some Bears football, whether it's free agency, whether it's stadium. That's still a very big hot button topic too. Waddle and I got into a debate over Max Crosby yesterday. I got some interesting stuff too about Max Crosby I want to share with you regarding Caleb Williams and his friendship with Max Crosby. Also, if you want to talk U.S. Canada, is it must watch for you? You want to talk a little baseball? We got a spring taste here on your home for the White Sox with the Cubs and White Sox playing, and the bragging rights go to the White Sox, at least in the very first. They chased Jamison Tyon in the second inning.
1-0, baby, 1-0.
The jokes wrote themselves. The Tyon is in midseason form. So, all right, if you want to be the first caller or any caller here in the next 40 minutes, 312-332-3776 inside the Jeff Dickerson studio at the Chicago Board of Trade in Chicago, Illinois. This is Waddle and Silvy.
Here comes the
double move, throw down the left sideline. DJ Moore inside the 5, end zone, touchdown, Bears.
With fantastic memories of the season still fresh.
Wow.
We remind you that it's never the off season for us.
Wow.
Stay here for the Bears coverage you need. ESPN Chicago, the home of the Bears.
Wallner Law helped me get the compensation that I deserve.
Wallner Law helped me get back on my feet.
Thanks to Wallner Law, I'm at a better place today.
Wallner Law cares for you. We're compassionate. We're empathetic to your situation. And I promise you, I will get you more money than any other law firm in the city of Chicago. That is my promise to you. Hire us, win with us, be successful with us. Call us at Wallner Law, 312-8-million.
All right, Chicago sports fans, Toyota has 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Did you know that's more than any other auto brand? Drove my Land Cruiser for the first time to the Loop here at the Chicago Board of Trade building, legendary building as well, in my Land Cruiser. Absolutely love it. It's only about a month old. My wife drives the brand new Grand Highlander, more room for the family than ever. Maybe it's the versatile RAV4 you're looking for. Four-wheel drive. Stunning Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and it will all keep you and yours safe. So let's go Chicago winter. You bring the action, and Toyota will bring the traction. Toyota, the official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs and the NFL. Find yours at Toyota.com or visit your local Chicagoland Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you feel embarrassed, trapped, maybe even ashamed just because you own a timeshare? Well, I'm here to tell you you're not alone. Chuck McDowell here, the timeshare cancellation guy. I get over 3,000 complaints a week from all kinds of folks that feel the same way you do. Honest people, teachers, veterans, grandparents, all losing sleep over a timeshare they can't get rid of. That's why 15 years ago, I founded Wesley Financial Group to help people take their lives back. Today, I run Wesley with my two sons, a real family business, treating every client and every employee like we would want our own family to be treated. That mindset has helped us cancel over 50,000 timeshares from people just like you. So if you're stuck in a timeshare, give us a call. Let our family help your family.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-311-4114. That's 800-311-4114. 800-311-4114.
When your life turns upside down after an accident, you need an advocate like Wallner Law. I'm John Wallner, and for over 50 years, Wallner Law has fought for people just like you, injured, overwhelmed, and searching for answers. We don't just take cases, we take care of people, and we win for you. From car crashes to workplace injuries, Wallner Law stands by your side every step of the way. So call us today, 312-8-million, and win with Wallner.
Guys, are you craving that legendary Chicago pizzeria flavor without the wait or the price tag? It's Friday, everyone. You don't want to go home after a long week and cook, so stop at the grocery store and pick up some Connie's Frozen Pizza. It's premium pizzeria-inspired pies right from your freezer to your table. I love it. My kids love it. We will put one in the oven tonight. Born in Connie's restaurants. Now in your freezer, Connie's brings that delicious cornmeal dusted thin crust, premium toppings, an unmistakable flavor that says, sure, I could have gone out, but why? Hosting, maybe you're dodging dinner duty like I'm telling you to do tonight, or you're just hungry. Pop in a Connie's Frozen Pizza. You can find Connie's Frozen Pizza in your local freezer aisle. Connie's Frozen Pizza, authentic Chicago flavor without those pizzeria prices.
CTA will get you to the game and back for just $5.
That's less money spent on travel and more money in your pocket.
No searching for parking, no random surge pricing on rideshare, no traffic. We'll do the driving for you. The CTA has train stations and bus stops within steps of all the major stadiums and venues in the city. Plus, we've got tap to pay available on all CTA trains and buses. There's no need to purchase a ticket ahead of time.
Just tap and ride.
Plan your next trip at transitchicago.com/plan a trip. Save money, do more, ride CTA.
Hey guys, it's Silvy. Football is over, but this is one of my favorite betting stretches of the year. Pro basketball every night, college hoops deep into conference play, and futures starting to take shape. This is when having the right numbers matter, and that's why I'm on Circa Sports Illinois, the world's largest sports book with some of the best odds you'll find. I'm on Circa every day, playing props, totals, and digging into futures. Real limits, low holds, zero bet fees. Download the Circa Sports app today. Got to be 21 years or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code VAN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code VAN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code VAN.
Guys, you've heard me talk about my windows from Window Nation for years now. Did you know that the busy season for new windows is springtime? So beat the spring rush right now by calling my friends at Window Nation, and they're enhancing their deal for you through the month of February. Right now, buy 4 windows and you'll get 4 free, plus 0 down. So you have to nothing down. You don't have to pay monthly. And no interest for 2 full years. It makes it easier to pay off your project. And right now, through the end of the month, they'll give you an extra 10% off your entire project. I love my windows. Got them in the kitchen when my floors used to be so cold. It was because I had drafty windows that weren't sealed properly. Window Nation got the new windows in. My energy bills have gone down. The living room, the master bedroom, and in the kids' room, they're rated A+ by the Better Business Bureau. They have over 45,000 5-star reviews. So call them at 866-90-NATION. That's 866-90-NATION. Go to windownation.com. That's right. Buy 4, get 4 free. Nothing down, no monthly, and no interest for 2 full years. That's windownation.com, and let them know that Silvy sent you.
Listen to us now, live on the ESPN Chicago app. Listen to the show in HD at 100.3 HD2 FM. Listen now on ESPN 1000. This is Waddle and Silvy, ESPN Chicago, Chicago's home for sports.
"25 years working with the good kid, and he finally admitted it. He complains about everything. We're all excited for the move, and there's the good kid. Not enough personal space for him. Hit it again. Tap it. Play the tap game again. Nah, I think you're going to have to move. It sounded glorious in Q Meller. Look, I can look into your eyes when you're across from me anyway.
That's true. These baby blues, I know you've been looking for them for a while.
But this is also, I think this is Karma, good Karma Branch. I'm used to looking at you face to face because how many years were you a part of the 19 years of Waddle and Silvy? And before that, you were a part of Silvy and Carmen. So I think you and I have worked together for 17, 18 years, like on the same show?
Oh, probably. Yeah. No, it maybe even longer because, I was also, there were times where I popped in. So, yeah, it's close to 20 years, nevertheless, at the very least. So,
and this is the view that
you
I'm
and I
used
have
to.
been staring at each other's faces almost as long as our wives. So, yes, that's honestly, actually, now that I think about it, in terms of people that I've stared at directly across, because you and I have spent almost 20 years,
right here,
about 4 hours a day staring at each other, because truth be told, you look forward more often during a show than to
Waddle.
Towards to your right or your left, wherever Waddle is situated, more often just because of the way the nature of the studio is set up. So I've probably stared at you almost as much as
I talk to you guys. Like I talk to Tyler, I talk to Charlie. That's what I usually do. Like just as a person, you're used to talking to somebody. And I'll look at Waddle when we talk and everything, but he's off today. He's parents' weekend for Santa Clara for his youngest daughter's parents' weekend. The phone number to reach us after the White Sox beat the Cubs, after Team USA and Team Canada made it to the gold medal game, 7 a.m. on Sunday. Cannot wait. I was rooting for Canada. I know that may catch some people off guard. I wanted this. I think hockey needed this. I know, like, Waddle always pitches that, like, you don't need to beat the best to be the best. But how much better was the Bears season that they eliminated the Packers in the playoff game? I think, like, and we talk about Team USA in 1980. Think if the story was different, if Team USA didn't face the Russians. How much different would that story be? They got through the best. And I'm not saying you have to beat the best to be the best.
Sure.
Sometimes, though, it's a legendary moment when you get through the bigger team. Team USA, I think, I read the stat to you, there have been 4 times where the gold medal has been on the line that they have faced each other in the Olympics, and Team USA is 0-4. So this would be a great time after what we saw last year to beat them in the gold medal game.
Yeah, the 4 nations really set the table for this. And certainly if the U.S. were playing Finland in the final, we'd all be rooting for them, but it wouldn't have the same field. It wouldn't have the same intensity that it feels like it's building up to for Sunday morning. So I am glad that the Canadians were able to advance. Finland probably would have been a easier matchup, but at the same time, if the U.S. is going to be able to proclaim this a huge victory, it'll be because they're able to beat Canada.
All right, let's go to these calls now. This is different too. I'm going to take you behind the curtain if you're not watching. Everything, like Meller and I were comparing notes about how the technology over 25 years at the old place completely changed. We were actually using DAT tapes, where they were digital tapes. Is that what it is?
Correct, yeah.
Digital audio tapes.
Correct.
And like everything is moved to computers. And like for years, I've been hitting a physical button on the phone, even though like the display, I see all the callers who are on a hold. And I see what most people want to talk about. That's how I know where to go, where everyone is, how long they've been on hold. Yes. So right now, I go with a mouse, and I've got to click on just like a tab on there. So let's see if this works. I am going to go.
Who will be the inaugural caller for the ESPN Chicago Jeff Dickerson Studio first broadcast?
Did I prompt the caller online? Because there have been some debates between green and orange. I've got one caller clicked on, but I don't know if he's there. Should I give this a try, Charlie?
I say we should try John first.
Yeah, that's who I wanted to go to.
Yeah.
Is John ready to go? John, you're on ESPN 1000. See, I don't think it's clicked in. Put him in orange. I've been told, put him on hold.
Put him in
orange. Do I click harder? Do I triple click? Quadruple click?
Do you not? You have too soft of a touch when it comes to the mouse.
Yeah.
These are things we're going to have to trial and error. We'll get there, but that's what makes it fun to listen to. The listen to us work through the bugs. It actually probably makes it more enjoyable.
Yeah, they're filing through all the calls. I guess the caller that I have to go to has to be put in orange.
Oh.
So we're scrolling down from line 7, 8, and now I
Code
believe
orange.
John from Highland Park is, let's see. Okay.
Johnny, can you hear us?
Let me do that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Johnny!
John in Highland Park, we have made contact.
Wow.
This is like walking on the moon.
almost Right.
What's up, John?
I'm going to go see the moon launch next week. But anyway, I love you guys. But you know what? I really love Jeff Dickerson. I am so happy you named the studio after him. He was so nice to me for so many years. So when I heard like half an hour ago that you named the studio after him, I made a donation of $250 to the Vaughn McClure and Jeff Dickerson Foundation.
It's outstanding. Like that moves me. My mom texted me, and my mom too has been getting through a cancer battle of her own. She had a double mastectomy about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and she has been outstanding with the way her view. And JD would be so proud of her because that was something that JD, no matter what, his catchphrase, we made it his catchphrase. I don't even ever think he thought of it as his catchphrase. No matter if he was feeling good or bad, we'd ask him, JD, how do you feel?
And by the way, as
I
of
feel great.
yesterday, I'm 2 days cancer-free.
You are 2 days cancer-free?
2 years as of yesterday.
That is,
that's amazing, man.
You are a warrior, John, and you move us with your donation. It's the Vaughn McClure Jeff Dickerson Foundation, two guys who covered the Chicago Bears, and Vaughn lost his life from a heart attack, and Jeff Dickerson lost his battle with cancer. He didn't lose it. He was courageous, and he was as tough as anybody, and all that money goes to heart health research, cancer research, and also they donate money to scholarships for people to follow in the footsteps of Vaughn McClure and Jeff Dickerson. So, John, thank you for doing that, and congratulations on being a survivor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great news there from John, and I think that was the perfect first caller for the Jeff Dickerson studios as we open them today here at the Chicago Board of Trade.
Let me see if I can do this by myself, if I got this right, because I don't think I was clicking on the right icon. Let's do that. I got it.
Can hear
Eric,
it.
I got it.
Crystal clear.
I'm an expert now.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Matt on the Kennedy. You're on ESPN 1000. Welcome in, Matt.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the call. First time, long time.
We appreciate you, Matt. Thanks so much for moving with us, if you will.
My pleasure. So I was going to make the exact same comment as the previous caller. And, I was listening to the Sox game and, it wrapped up, and I hear the Waddle JD, jingle come on. I'm like, what's going on? They only have this when they have JD on the show. And then, Silvy, when you said that you called it the Jeff Dickerson Studios, I was truly so moved and so proud of you guys for naming the studio after JD and not like using a sponsorship name. You guys are just the best. I love listening. It makes you feel like you're a part of the studio too as a listener when you guys do things like that. So bravo.
Yeah, Matt, thank you. And it was a great decision to execute it by our higher ups. And the one thing that I'll say, I've been at the radio station since we opened its doors at the Hancock Building. This is my third studio for ESPN 1000. We were 15th floor of the Hancock Building. We moved to 190 North State, and now at the legendary Chicago Board of Trade Building. And the thing that I think you'll agree to, Meller, and we've got the next generation executing this to perfection, that the thing that makes our place different than any other radio station is the relationships and the way this is a total team. And you and me and JD and Danny Zetterman and Carmen DeFalco, we all grew up together. Waddle was older than us, but when we started here, I knew Waddle, and Waddle became one of my dear friends. Waddle had kids who were in elementary school. I had no kids. I had no girlfriend. I was a single 34-year-old guy, and we have literally grown up with our fans. And I think a lot of our fans, we come across fans who say, I used to listen in my dad's car. He would make me listen, and now I'm listening with my own kids. And like those are, and now we've got guys like Tyler and Shay and Charlie and Jack and Aiden and Mario and Jake and Potsy, the whole group. I'm trying to name them all. They all go out together. They love working together, and it's what in the importance of our relationships that we've had. And I try for every big Bears game to wear my JD sweatshirt because I truly feel like we've got to keep him around, and I want to take him to these games that he should be here to cover.
No, I think it is a familial feel here at ESPN Chicago. It's been like that basically since I arrived, 23 years ago at State and Lake, and now to be here, it does feel like a new era. But we've got so many people who, not just the producers and all the new people who work here with us, who we've gotten to, feel like they're friends and family as well. But, the listeners, you mentioned it, right? Like you, me, Carmen, JD, Danny, we were in our, early mid-20s when we started over there. And yeah, as you mentioned, we've raised kids now to the point where a lot of them are in their, teens or getting there. So yes, we have definitely grown up. And now that we're here and we're seeing so many young faces, and we've got so many young listeners who I love when you say that, they're like, yeah, I grew up, my dad or mom listened to you guys on the radio. And so I was 10 years old when I started to figure out what sports were. It was so important to me. And I grew up listening to you guys. And so, it is cool to have those people now move with us to the Chicago Board of Trade, which is a pretty cool and exciting time for us here at ESPN 1000.
Let me take one more here before the break. Phil in Rogers Park has been calling the radio station for years. Phil, it's good to hear from you. You're on ESPN 1000. What's up, brother?
Hey, Silvy. Thanks for taking my call, and sorry for being off the radar for so long, but I appreciate it. And just want to echo exactly what your previous callers were saying. And like John, great to hear that you're in good health, and just basically showing my appreciation for you guys, the show. You were talking about it, like you do it the right way. You guys are like always super nice, available, like accessible to your fans. You're just good guys, like, and that's not always the case. And you're the best radio show not only in Chicago but nationally. And if I could just like share a few moments, like, I've been listening, like you said, for a very long time. Normally when I call you, as you know, it's like a rant, just negativity about
the Bulls,
like,
yes.
Bulls
You've had some of the best Bulls rants in the show's history.
I appreciate it. Well, they've sucked the life out of me completely where I can't even talk about it. You know that. But like, like going back to the State Street studio, so many good memories there. Like I can just, one of my first like real memories is like tuning in, listening to Dave Jude do like the updates every 30 minutes or an hour. Like this is where LeBron's meeting with the Clippers on Thursday. The Bulls have the last meeting. It's like you're waiting on pins and needles. Like that was just, always a highlight, like talking about which shooting guard the Bulls could replace, to get a better score, like over Keith Bogans, right, during the Rose Championship, their window, that short window. The iconic interviews that you guys have had, Mike Tyson, Coach Ditka coming on. I love that Goose Gossage interview you guys did. That's like classic.
Only you would remember the Goose. Yeah, I remember. He ranted. Yeah.
Yeah. But all good stuff. And of course, like just to repeat what everyone else has said, JD, like, I mean, just hearing his theme song, like that just brings back so many memories. And just want to congratulate you guys on all your success and continuing to look forward to listen.
Phil, it's a great call. Thanks for doing that and saying those things. And we appreciate our relationships with the fans more than anything. That's what it's all about. This is the home of the White Sox. It's the home of the Bears. You will always have a voice, no matter where we broadcast, whether it's a press box, whether it's from a great bar or restaurant, whether it's here in the brand new Jeff Dickerson studios in the Chicago Board of Trade, 312-332-3776. All right, what to watch for coming up? It is a busy sports weekend. A lot of shows coming back as well. It's one of my favorite segments. We'll get to that. Coming up next on ESPN 1000.
This is Waddle and Silvy on ESPN Chicago, Chicago's home for sports.
Being the home of the Bears doesn't just mean broadcasting the games. We're getting involved in prospecting. Steinhoffels and ESPN Chicago present Waddle and Silvy live from the Scouting Combine.
Okay. Hey, it's your friend Tom Waddle inviting you to tune in for our exclusive live shows from Indianapolis, featuring the key decision makers from our Bears. I'm bringing stopwatches, measuring tapes, and several visors.
And you know Silvy will be relaxing in Steinhoffel style.
It's Waddle and Silvy live from the Combine this Tuesday and Wednesday, 2 to 6 on ESPN Chicago, the ESPN Chicago app, and YouTube. Presented by Steinhoffels.
Guys, I use Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric for everything, and you should too. Call them at 866-4Seasons. And when emergencies happen, this is who you got to call, guys. Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. Whether it's a broken pipe, a power outage, furnace failure, no hot water, the answer is always the same. Call Four Seasons. And also the same is the price, because they guarantee same-day service and installation on all heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. They're not going to nickel and dime you guys. That's why over 30,000 customers have given Four Seasons heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric a 5-star Google review. We just recently had them over to our house. If you have any problems, call them at 866-4Seasons. That's 866-4Seasons.
Hey, it's your friend Tom Waddle, and I drive a Hawk. The Auto Show's sales event is going on at all 12 Hawk Auto locations in Forest Park, St. Charles, Plainfield, Joliet, Carroll Stream, and now LaSalle, Peru. Shop thousands of vehicles from 13 brands and save with 0% financing for 60 months or make no payments for 90 days. Plus, save even more with $500 to $2,000 bonus cash. Get your Auto Show savings at hawkauto.com and drive what I drive. Drive a Hawk.
HawkAuto.com.
Financing on select models with approved credit.
Hey, it's Cap, and you know this about me. I don't put my name on just anybody. I only endorse the best. And that's why I recommend my friends at Automatic for HVAC for homes and businesses across Chicagoland. When the HVAC system isn't working, it becomes a problem fast. Automatic gets that. They're responsive, professional, and they do the job right the first time. From routine maintenance to emergency repairs, Automatic is there to keep your space comfortable. Call Automatic or visit Automatic.com. That's ATOmatic.com. And work with a team you can count on.
Guys, it's Silvy for my friends at Window Nation. I want to tell you what I was dealing with. My heat was running nonstop. My energy bills skyrocketed. And it turns out my windows were the problem. Once the insulation fails, the heat leaks out, the cold comes in, and I'm almost broke. That's when I called Window Nation. No leaks, lower energy bills, and a cozy home. Right now, buy 4 windows, get 4 free. Upgrade your home and save big. 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 2 full years. And if you act now, they'll take an extra 10% off. Schedule your quote today at windownation.com.
Grab the dial and crank it up, baby, because Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is spinning its Winning Hits collection. Over the next 3 months, you could win a share of over $1 million in prizes. On top of thousands in cash and reward play, you could win one of 3 new Ford vehicles in the grand finale drawings on March 27th. Just play with your rewards card to earn entries. Press play on the Winning Hits collection, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan. We are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNChicagoContests.com. That's ESPNChicagoContests.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
Bulls season ticket plans are still available. Season ticket holders receive exclusive benefits and invites, plus savings on parking, merchandise, individual game pricing, and more. Learn more at bulls.com/tickets.
All right, listen up. Steinhoffel's President's 3-day extended sale is on going through Sunday. You'll save at least 10% off store-wide, then take an extra $100 off every $9.99 you spend. Stack it all with 18 months of 0% financing, and you're furnishing the whole house without blowing up the budget. It's what we did at Steinhoffel's. You're going to love it as well. 3 days, big savings. It ends on Sunday. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com before this one's gone. 7 Chicagoland locations. Shop Steinhoffel's today.
Waddle and Silvy get you set for your weekend viewing with What to Watch For.
What to Watch For is brought to you by Connie's Frozen Pizza. You don't want to cook on a Friday night. You want to chill out, watch something on TV, and enjoy some Connie's Frozen Pizza. Pick it up at your local grocery store on your way home right now. Also right now, caller 10, you'll win free pizza from Connie's. 312-332-3776. Same number, new studio inside the Jeff Dickerson studio in the Chicago Board of Trade building. A couple of things. There's a lot of good sports. We've already talked about Team USA, Team Canada, 7 a.m. on Sunday. Yurko pointed this out to me on the old sports route, too. Then I'll give you a TV show. Duke and Michigan are playing tomorrow.
Yep.
And that is going to be an outstanding game. It's, I believe, a neutral floor as well. 5:30. So Michigan's number 1, Duke's number 3. It's going to be a great game. And then I don't know if you watched this, Meller. You were on the show when we were talking about it when season 1 came out. Paradise on Hulu debuts season 2, I believe, on Tuesday. What day is the 23rd? Today's the 20th. So it debuts a Paul on Monday. Paul on Twitter reminded me that it debuts. Waddle turned me onto this show. I can't give out too many details because there's huge twists in this. But it's about the president of the United States and stuff that happens to our country. And then that expands from there. James Marsden is one of the big stars in it. It's very good, lots of cliffhangers. So if you want to get in on season 2 and you didn't watch season 1, stream it this weekend on Hulu.
Worth checking out. All right, so we already mentioned the 7 a.m. hockey game. I'll be locked into that. I thought of you last night, Sylvie, when I flipped on a raunchy comedy. Did not necessarily expect to be thinking of you, but one of your favorites, Brittany Snow stars
yes.
in it. Have you seen Someone Great?
I have not seen Someone Great yet.
It's from
this is her 3rd series in the last.
No, it's not a series. It's a movie.
Okay,
raunchy movie, about 90 minutes, quick and easy. About 3 women who have one last hurrah in New York City because one of the women is moving to San Francisco. But it was pretty funny. So it's a little older. It's like 2019.
Oh, okay. So this is older.
But it was the first time I ever saw it. And I thought of you because I know you're a big Brittany Snow fan.
Well, from the Hunting Wives, like it gave me a whole new view of Brittany Snow.
So you and Allie can punch up Someone Great if you want some laughs over the weekend.
Charlie, what are you watching for?
I will be watching the Genesis Invitational this week, and we got a hell of a leaderboard up there with
Charlie
with the Riviera.
Charlie,
like what you were like, I need to fill in for Tyler. What's going on?
No, this is like one of my favorite tournaments of the year. We're in the West Coast swing. Masters is about like a month and a half away.
If you had to power rank them, where would the Genesis Open be?
It's an elevated event. I like it more than the Waste Management. It's an honorable tournament, unlike that little party in
It's a
Scottsdale.
curveball. You threw me a curveball. It was good. Mario, you got a show or something? Or do you want to second the Genesis Open?
No, I got something for you. Sean Strickland versus Anthony Hernandez, UFC Houston, the main event. Sean Strickland, a former champion, trying to get back in the title contention. Anthony Hernandez, 8 fights in a row, 6 of them were finishes. Big fight. Whoever wins it gets the belt, baby. So let's go. So excited. Anthony Hernandez by decision. Lock it in.
All right, sounds good. Speaking of UFC, one of the pictures I posted on Instagram from our memories at 190 North State is of a Waddle, me, and Dana White. So if you have not checked out all those great guests that we have had in our old studios as we usher in a new era of ESPN 1000, you can follow me on Instagram. It's Mark A. Silverman. That's Mark with a C, M-A-R-C, A. Silverman. That's my middle initial. The 5 o'clock hour of Waddle and Silvy has been brought to you by Steinhoffels with 7 Chicagoland locations, including their newest in Maryville. Shop in-store today or online anytime at steinhoffels.com. Weekend programming continues from our brand new Jeff Dickerson studios inside the Chicago Board of Trade. And then you'll hear Cap and Jay Hood start your work week right in the morning, 5 a.m. sharp. Make that 6, right? 6 a.m. It's
Yes.
6 to 9. We've got Unsportsmanlike at 5. And then 6 a.m. for Cap and J Hud. So tune in, Meller. Thank you.
My pleasure, Sylvie. Fantastic to usher in a new era here at ESPN Chicago. Here's to 25 years going forward in this place.
Great work by Mario and Charlie. For Meller, I'm Sylvie. It's ESPN 1000. Have yourself a great weekend.
Waddle, he's gone.
Really excited. That was a big thrill. Hi, it's Andre Dawson, including myself, Ed Belfour.
There's a very low percentage of this that is smile.